Mario, Arnold's curtains don't match his drapes.
Hey, my guy, hey, that's Arnold. He could do whatever he wants. So basically, Rob Lowe, Maria got Rob in the divorce.
Yes.
That's what happened.
So we know friendships can get messy after a breakup, but how do we navigate? Here to help us is etiquette expert, our friend Elaine Swann, who came in here. Hi, Elaine.
So glad to be back.
Going off that clip right there, let's start talking about friends. And who gets them in the breakup? Because it's kind of hard to. You could, like, I've been in this situation. I've maintained friendships with both, but like when they start asking to do things, then it gets a little awkward.
It gets awkward, and that's the thing about it. Etiquette is about putting others at ease, and if your relationship with the friend or the ex starts to make the other person uncomfortable, then that's when you might want to just back off a little bit. But clearly, in this particular instance, Arnold was fun with it. He was just giving her a jab. But really, in real life, if you're getting in the way of the whole new relationship and all that, you might want to step back.
Yes.
What about parents? Can you stay in touch with the parents? Because I loved the parents in my 2 ex-relationships.
Sure. Here's the thing. With the parents, if you have kids, then of course you have to stay connected with the parents. But if you don't have kids with that person, you might want to rethink that, because now you're kind of infringing in the whole new relationship, and then the new girl or new guy comes in, and here you are all up in it and everything. This is an instance where you should probably eventually begin to back away.
Oh, so you meant it that way. See, I took it as, because it's funny, because some of my ex-girlfriends still keep in touch with my mom. Not with me, but with my mom.
That's what we're talking about.
That's what we're talking about with your mom.
Yeah, with my mom. But I'm cool with it.
Right, but if it gets in the way,
but if Courtney gets mad about it,
because we're talking like years ago and stuff. So it's
if it gets in the way,
if it did bother her, then
they got to go.
Right. No, of course.
That's
it.
This next one's a big one. Pets. You have a pet together. Who gets the pet?
Oh, that's like child custody.
The person who gets the cat, yes, they are the primary caregiver of the pet should get the pet, because the person who's not picking up after them anyway should not get them just because they're breaking up. So the pet knows. They know if you're going to take care of them or not.
And put bacon in your pocket if they're trying to choose.
It's like, who's feeding me here?
Yeah, who's feeding me? Who's picking up behind me and all that? So the primary caregiver and the person who has the lifestyle for a pet, because don't try to keep the pet even though you know you travel all the time.
Just to be spiteful.
Right. That's a no.
No, that's not cool.
Yeah.
What about, this is sort of a new age thing, passwords. Evidently, like the couples will share the passwords.
Yeah, people are sharing that. Cut all of that stuff off. You just definitely want to cut it off. Let the person, that's where you really need to break those ties.
Can you negotiate, not to interrupt you, can you be like, yo, you keep the pet, I'll keep the Netflix password?
You can do that. You can negotiate.
Can you negotiate?
Yes, you can definitely negotiate. But definitely with the passwords, cut it off completely. Yeah, don't drag that into the new relationship. I got my old boo's password.
Right. No, you don't need that.
And don't stay on it if the other person's paying for it all.
You just want to leave it alone.
Social media. So you break up. Should you go through and delete any picture that you posted, anything, delete it all?
That's kind of childish, I think.
Or just move forward?
Well, here's the thing. If you want to have another relationship and wipe the slate clean so that you can enjoy...
What are they supposed to think, you didn't have a past prior to you? Like you're the only person I ever talked to?
Yeah, that's true. But then think about what it looks like for that new person, right? They might think you're still holding on to something. So get rid of the stuff. Allow yourself to be open and free for the next relationship.
Mario, that's hardcore, because I want to see the track record. So I want to see the track record.
They'll tell you the track record.
You know what I'm saying?
Once you get close enough, you'll find it in something.
Okay.
I think you got to delete right there. What about using your cell phone at dinner? We were talking about that.
I heard that. And so you said if it's a good friend, you and your good
friend. Like a good friend, like you see all the time, you talk to him all the time, I ain't trying to hear him anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Well, then maybe not go out to dinner with him.
No, I'll still eat with the guy because we're friends, but we got, sometimes conversations are best left with words unspoken. No. Was that a Garth Brooks song?
You know what? Here's the thing about it. Breaking bread and having dinner, so it's all about fellowship, and this is the key. You never know if that was your last moment with that person.
Don't get all deep on me.
Yeah, I'm going to get deep with you, right?
Yay.
So do that. And the key, as far as the phones are concerned, I do say it's okay to use the phone if it has something to do with the conversation at hand. So that means you're looking and you're like, oh, yeah, this happened.
I hit Google all the time to prove I'm right. And one of those.
That is perfectly fine. But stay connected with that person that you decided to break bread with. Give them that little bit of your time.
I do. Why are you looking at me like
that? Because poor Tootie, you don't want to look at him.
I was over there nodding my head.
No, it's a good friend. Of course, if you're on a date, that's a whole other thing. That's unexplainable.
I think put cell phones down initially. Great job, my love.
Listen,
good to see you.
If you are interested in having Elaine train you in etiquette, I'm sure a lot of you out there could use it. Check out her Swann School of Protocol.
Great job,
There we
Elaine.
go.
All right, coming up, if you love Queen Charlotte of Bridgerton.